It seems that the Batgirl directors, if given another chance to work with Warner Bros. Discovery, will hop on that bandwagon immediately, but there is a condition that must be met in order for them to proceed if it ever does occur. And we'll get to that condition here in a moment. The demise of Batgirl is obviously of great disappointment to its directors, Adil Arbi and Bilal Fallah, even though the film was deep into post-production and had reportedly undergone test screenings. It was announced that the movie had been completely shelved by Warner Bros. Discovery because it was getting written off for tax purposes. The studio can't release the film, and it's unlikely that the near-finished movie will ever end up seeing the light of day. It's kind of funny to think about this film went through test screenings. Yet Warner Bros. Said that it was for tax purposes for a write-off. It kind of makes you wonder if these test screenings went extremely horribly wrong and were received poorly by the watchers that were watching it at the time. But to make it seem less bad of a situation, Warner Bros. Would just make an announcement saying that it was getting written off for tax purposes. Kind of makes you wonder if that truly wasn't the case, but there was something else beneath it, that this film was actually terrible. A lot of hard work went into Batgirl from both the cast and crew, and such an event would make many filmmakers uninterested in doing any more work with the studio. That is not the case for the Batgirl Helmers, with LRB recently confirming as much in a conversation with Variety, because they are such big fans of DC properties they can't imagine themselves declining another offer from Warner Bros. Discovery to make a superhero project, though they may have to ensure that a certain guarantee is in place before signing on. And here's the certain guarantee that they must have before working on another project with DC. We are fans of DC, and if we get the chance in the future to do something in that universe, we are never going to say no. I mean, of course, our only condition is that the movie needs to come out. It's kind of funny to think about that these guys are thinking that possibly in the future they will be offered another project in the DC universe, even though they costed Warner Bros. $90 million that just vanished for no reason other than it was just written off for tax purposes. Now, in Warner Bros. Case, it would not be smart to just give these guys another project if they just scrapped this one clean off the plate for no reason besides the tax purpose write-off. And then you also have that whole debacle of, Batgirl's costume looking awful. Like, it just looks so cheap. Many fans were hating on it. And then you recently had this leak from Leslie Grace, the actress for Batgirl, come out a few days ago. And it just looks so cheap. So much more cheap, man. It just doesn't look good at all. And then you have the original 1968 version. Compared to today's standards with what we just saw, looks way better. And it's kind of funny to think about that even though we were far into the future during when the original Batgirl took place in 1968, quality seems to just be going downhill. And it is a shame because you would have expected it to go the opposite way or the opposite direction. Anyways, I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on this. For more, please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.